Think about the last time you made a financial decision that you knew was wrong while you were making it. You bought something you did not need. You avoided opening the bank app for another week. You told yourself you would start investing next month, the same way you told yourself that last month. And afterward, you said the same thing you always say: I need to be more disciplined. I need to learn about money. I just need to try harder. None of those things will fix what is actually happening, because what is driving those decisions was not formed last year. It was formed in college. It was formed before you were old enough to question a single thing about the world you were born into. Tonight, that changes. In the 1970s, a psychologist walked into the economics department of a major university and told them something that made them deeply uncomfortable. He told them that their entire field, the assumptions that every economic model was built on, were wrong. Economists had spent decades assuming that human beings make rational financial decisions, that given accurate information, people will act in their own best interest. This psychologist said they do not, not occasionally, not when they are stressed, in ways that can be mapped and understood. His name was Daniel Kahneman. He was not an economist, he was a psychologist. And in 2002, the Nobel Committee gave him their prize in economics because he had proven, beyond any serious dispute, that the human brain was never designed to make good financial decisions. Daniel Kahneman spent decades running one deceptively simple experiment in hundreds of different forms with thousands of different people. He would offer someone a choice between two options. Option A guaranteed $50. Option B, a coin flip. Heads, you win $120. Tails, you win nothing. Mathematically, option B is better. The expected value is $60, higher than the guaranteed 50. A rational actor would always choose option B. Almost everyone chose option A. Then Kahneman flipped it. Option A, you lose $50 guaranteed. Option B, a coin flip. Heads, you lose nothing. Tails, you lose $120. Mathematically, option A is better. A guaranteed $50 loss beats a 50% chance of losing $120. A rational actor would always choose option A. Almost everyone chose option B. They preferred the gamble over the guaranteed loss. And from thousands of experiments like this, Kahneman proved the thing that changed everything. The pain of losing $100 feels twice as powerful as pleasure of gaining $100. Not slightly more painful, twice. He called it loss aversion, and it is not personality flaw. Also, it is not a bad habit. It is not something you can fix by trying harder. It is wired into the human brain by 200,000 years of evolution. Our ancestors were more afraid of losing resources than excited about gaining them, survived longer, and passed their wiring forward. That instinct kept the species alive. In a modern financial system, it is quietly, systematically destroying your wealth. Loss aversion shows up in three specific ways that most Americans experience every week without ever understanding why. The first, you avoid investing because the possibility of losing money feels more real than a century of data showing average 10% annual returns. The math says invest. The brain says, what if I lose it? The second, you hold losing investments too long because selling means making the loss real. Loss aversion makes you wait for a recovery rather than accept the pain of what is already gone. And the third one, most expensive one, you leave your employer's 401k match on the table. Your employer offers to match 50 cents to a dollar for every dollar you contribute. That is a guaranteed 50 to 100% return before the market does a single thing. And millions of Americans do not contribute enough to capture it. Not because they do not understand it, loss aversion makes the immediate reduction in their paycheck feel more painful than that guaranteed future gain feels pleasurable. Kahneman proved this. The math is not the problem, the ancient wiring is. Here is what Kahneman also discovered that almost nobody talks about. Loss aversion can be specifically, reliably overridden by one thing: automation. When financial decisions are made automatically, without requiring a conscious choice in the moment, loss aversion has nothing to grab onto. It needs the moment of decision, the moment where the brain calculates what it is about to lose, to activate. Remove that moment and you remove the override. Kahneman's colleague Richard Thaler, also a Nobel laureate, proved this with retirement savings specifically. When employees were automatically enrolled in 401k plans, participation jumped from 49% to 86%. Same people, same salaries, same financial knowledge. The only thing that changed was that the decision was made before loss aversion could intervene. Automation is not a productivity trick, it is the specific neurological override for 200,000 years of wiring that was never designed for the world you are trying to build wealth in. Tonight, log into your employer's 401k portal, find your current contribution percentage, and find the employer's match limit. Write both numbers down. If your contribution is not at least equal to the employer's match limit, you are leaving guaranteed money on the table every single pay period. That is not a missed opportunity. Kahneman would call it exactly what it is, a guaranteed loss. Before the next pay period, increase your contribution to capture the full employer match. Then, and this is the critical part, set it to automatic so the decision never has to be made again. You are not relying on willpower. You are not relying on remembering. You are doing exactly what Thaler's research proved works, making the decision once in a clear moment so that loss aversion never gets another vote. Kahneman spent his career proving something that most people in the financial industry did not want to hear, that the financial mistakes you have made, the avoidance, the hesitation, the decisions that made no logical sense, were not failure of character. They were a brain doing exactly what 200,000 years of evolution designed it to do. You were not born bad with money, you were born human, and being human means carrying wiring that was built for a world that no longer exists. Kahneman did not spend 40 years studying this to make people feel hopeless about their own minds. He studied it because understanding the mechanism is the only thing that gives you real power over it. You now understand the mechanism. Tonight, for the first time, you use that understanding. The wiring that has been costing you was never a character flaw. It was evolution doing its job in a world it was not designed for. And now you know the override. Log in into your 401k account tonight. Find the match, capture it, automate it, then let the system run while loss aversion sits quietly with nothing left to take. Next video, we go deeper into the financial system itself. Specifically, the retirement tool that has been available to most Americans for decades, that 70% of eligible people have never opened. The math of what that decision has already cost will genuinely stop you. Thank you for your time and welcome to my channel.